What's up? My balls is totally moving, new and improving. Knockout, we get back up. I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is she's a fucking. All hail the king of the West. Hey, hey, king of the West. Shut up. Thank you.
Enough,
Well-
you plebeians.
What?
Just telling the rabble to quiet down so we can get on with the goddamn show.
Did you say plebeians?
Plebeian.
What's plebeian?
I don't know. I said,
Wait, you don't know? You're just saying it?
let's see.
Fucking show off.
I do that a lot. Let's see. Am I close?
plebeian.
People that live in plebia.
Yeah. Common people. Plebeian.
Oh.
Yeah, commoners. Riff raff.
Who? Not us. Them.
No, all the people going, kick it away, kick it away, kick it away.
All right.
I was pretending they weren't all raw dog.
Oh, yeah. Don't ruin it. That's a huge crowd. We're huge. Everybody chants our name. We have a guest.
Yes.
Sup?
Yeah.
Hello.
How's
What's
it
up?
going?
What's up, guest?
Thanks for having me.
Tim
Thanks.
Chantarangsu.
Hey.
Chantarangsu.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a hard-working guy.
I try.
But then I talked to you before the show started, and you said, yeah, I used to work. Now I just do podcasting.
Times have changed, bro.
Because your YouTube channel is a flex. You got a lot of work with a lot of people.
Yeah?
And it seems like you had to really hustle to get your foot in the door, and you've done well. Done well for yourself.
Thanks, man. It's been a long time. I mean, it looks like a lot. I mean, it is a lot, but it's been like, I've literally been on YouTube for like 15 years. So it's a lot.
And that was the thing that got you the other jobs. Like, do you think they were like, whoa, check this guy out, and that's how you got it?
Yeah, it helps. It helps. I mean, originally, I was like, I had an agent and I was going on auditions and stuff like that. And luckily, like, I stumbled across YouTube before anyone even knew what it was and was uploading anything. And I thought like, oh, this could be a good way to just get my face out there. So I started just putting up like stupid sketches and like I was rapping and freestyling and stuff. And then eventually, the more people watched, the more seriously I took it. Kind of started putting a little money into it, and then I got the opportunity for Wildin' Out. That was definitely a result of like the internet.
They saw you on YouTube and picked you, or did you audition?
Nick Cannon, he tweeted, he was like, who's the funniest person online? Whoever gets the most retweets of hashtag Wildin' Out needs me, I'll audition personally.
Oh, okay.
And at that point, I kind of, I had like a decent fan base, so I had like my minions retweet, you know what I'm saying? And then someone DM'd me, asked me if I wanted to audition, and I auditioned, and that was it.
So hip-hop, rapping was your first skill?
Yeah, I mean, I was always like a kind of funny guy. And then, I started like trying to rap in junior high school.
But no, you didn't do stand-up.
I never, I dabbled, but I started dabbling in stand-up at the same time where I started my YouTube. And I thought like, I really if I was going to do stand-up, I wanted to take it seriously and like really, put my time into it. And like the YouTube shit was doing all right. I was making a little bit of money, and I knew stand-up for starting out stand-ups, it was pretty trash. So I was like, let me just commit to the YouTube shit.
Pretty smart, really.
I did all right.
What about acting? Because it seems like you got a bit of a talent when it comes to that too.
Thanks, man.
Did you go to any schooling with that, or that's just you?
I mean, like improv classes at Cerritos College. That's about it.
Do you think that helps?
I mean,
so many of the greats have come out of Cerritos College.
Oh, it definitely helped in terms of getting on Wildin' Out because Wildin' Out is like an improv show. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm still trying to. I'm still like going on auditions. I booked the occasional thing. Not really. Asians are kind of cool to cast right now, so it's like
good.
It's nice.
Is it difficult to be successful and want to audition? Because I found I accidentally auditioned a few times because I was a professional skateboarder and I had an agent, and all of a sudden I'd be in a casting room.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you're trying out for this role. And I'm like, one, I don't even know what it is. I can barely read and I don't care. So I don't think I'm going to get this.
Right.
but it seemed humiliating. And I made a mental note like, hey, Jason, don't do those again unless you really know what you're doing. And I feel like if you're successful, you're doing things, you got your podcast and your YouTube thing you can kick back on. How do you get the drive to go get humiliated again?
I mean, I'm really good with dealing with rejection. You know what I'm saying? First of all,
because you got to be right for that fucking job. I feel like they just keep
man.
I'm telling you to do shit.
I think that's an important skill to have. You know, it's like, especially in the entertainment industry, it's like you kind of get used to, especially it's something I always wanted, right? Ever since I was a little kid. So I feel like you go through so many years of like auditions and meetings that go nowhere and like people telling you, like I've literally had like 5 or 6 different people like, all right, man, I got this movie. We're shooting it in India. We're going this summer. And then fucking it just fizzles out and nothing happens. So it's like you kind of build up in your mind. It's like, this is what I got to do. I got to go for it. And then I'm probably, it's 9 times out of a lot. It's going to be, like 9 times out of 99 out of 100 times it's going to be no, but then there might be that one time that like, it's like, all right, cool, it works out. And that's what it's all about.
I got introduced to greenlit around the same month that the show didn't go on air, where they were like, your show's greenlit. And I'm like, what does greenlit mean? Like, it's a fucking done deal.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, greenlit. And then it didn't go on TV.
Yeah.
So I was like, note to self, you guys are completely full of shit.
They can light it as green and it'll still just fuck up. I got one of my boys who I've been doing stuff with since high school, and he's like the writer director of our squad. He used to be like pissed at me because he would be like, yo, bro, we got this movie deal, it's coming down the pipeline, it's ready to go. And I'd be like, okay, cool. He'd pissed. He's like, why aren't you excited? I'm like, bro, honestly, you know, we've been through this enough. We know how it goes. And he's like, man, you get more excited when the fucking McRib comes back than when I tell you we got a movie deal. And I'm like, well, that's because when I see a sign that says the McRib is back, I know I could go to McDonald's and buy a McRib, you know? And it's there for me, you know what I'm saying? So,
wait, you really eat a McRib?
Oh, yeah, I fuck with the McRibs, man.
You eat that white bit? It's like a bone that's not a bone because it's a burger patty.
I eat the whole bit.
Do you like the white bit?
I enjoy the whole bit.
What does the white bit taste like?
It's you know what? It's like it just tastes like.
Is it mushy?
It's a little mushy.
Is it like marshmallows but meat flavored?
No, it's a little firmer than a marshmallow.
I know that he offered me Wendy's. He had a Wendy's meal in the car, and he was like, "I got a Wendy's meal here. If anyone wants it." And I was like, "You have come to the wrong place."
What's the white bit of a McRib that you're talking about?
Dude, the McRib is on the fucking TV as a rib. Like it's meat rib in a patty that goes in the bun that you bite through.
Yeah, the exterior would lead you to believe that there's bones.
It looks like it is. It's no white. It's no like different color. It's shaped to look like a rib. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like white.
Nah.
It was like meat and then white paste.
No, I think they just shoot a bunch of slime into a mold, press it, and some of that slime happens to be bone
meat slime. It's not just slime though.
Yeah, I work slime, right?
I worked at McDonald's. It's slime. There's a lot of slime,
but it's tasty slime.
You love it, huh? Like do you eat all that, or do you ever eat good food?
No.
Yeah, have you tried ribs?
No, I love ribs. See, and that's the thing. I tell people this all the time in defense of McDonald's, right? It's like, yo,
good luck,
bro. Like I've traveled, you know, all over the world.
Yeah.
I've eaten at some pretty fucking bougie spots. I love all the bougie shit as well. You know, I have a few like food shows, but at the end of the day, I'll still fuck up some McDonald's.
Yes.
I think the pickles are real.
Right.
Nope, that's actually slime.
Like
same mold as the McRib.
Like I'll definitely pay like $300 for a fucking tiny piece of A5 Wagyu and love it. And then, but the next week I'm like, you know what? I think I want a McRib.
When you travel around the world, do you stop at different countries' McDonald's to see what they're?
I have to see.
They're
if it's
better,
different.
aren't they?
Sometimes because
I've
like
done that.
Yeah. Like in Singapore, they had like a green curry chicken sandwich, which was crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I try to like. You know, sometimes I'll test it out.
I've been wasted at McDonald's in Germany because they serve beer.
Yeah,
and it's and it's legit beer too.
I went to a McDonald's in Venice, Italy that was playing Sex Bomb by Tom Jones on a loop.
On a loop?
I think they wanted us to leave.
Oh, I was going to say.
It was late. We were the only customers, and I was like, wait, I think this is the 4th time I've heard Sex Bomb.
You're looking for a fight if you play that twice. That's crazy.
you were like kind of raised in a restaurant, right?
Yeah, my family had a Thai food restaurant for 20 years in Paramount, California.
Can you cook?
I cannot cook. I make some good scrambled eggs.
What? The fuck is that? That's not
You
even
were raised in
the answer is no.
I know. It's just, look, my mom is so good at what she does. There was never any reason for me to learn. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking, now that I have like a family and a child, I am like, maybe I should learn some of my mom's recipes.
Or just give your kid Wendy's for the rest of your life.
Or that.
Kids love McRibs.
Could you honestly do some of your mum's recipes just based off watching when you were a child, or too technical?
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. It's like my mom's recipes aren't ever recipes. It's like she knows what she puts in them, and she's all just playing by, it's all just like this, and that, little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah. So it's never, if ever I'm like, hey, Mom, can you give me this recipe? She's like, give me a day because I need to write down what I'm doing.
Right.
So
you do it. Sometimes you get one and you make it.
No.
Not even at all.
Is the stuff that your mom makes at home different from what's in the restaurant? Because I feel like Thai people must, when people go, we'll all have the pad Thai.
What? No, look, okay. Well,
Get out the peanut butter.
First of all, yeah, I don't want to shame anybody for loving pad Thai because pad Thai is great, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do tell people, it's like, look, man, it's like it's the most basic level Thai food you can order. So whenever I would take my homies to the restaurant, I would always try to put them on to like the real shit. Like my favorite Thai dish is like this. It's called pat gra pao. It's like ground beef with like spices and mint leaves, and like you put it over rice with like a fried egg, and like, oh, it's fire.
It sounds fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Speaking of eating things, I saw online you were curious about eating your wife's placenta. Did you ever follow through on that?
Oh, no, I ate my wife's placenta.
Not the whole thing.
Wait, when you said eggs,
Half of it.
when you said you could make eggs.
I mean, how do you prepare? Is it like sauteed, air fryer?
So here's what's interesting, right? It's like, so I realize this is weird. Because normally when people eat the placenta, it's the woman eating the placenta after she gives birth.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's take a quick break for a second. Hang on, we'll do a commercial. Oh, mate, we're talking about Nomad, sponsor of the Jason Ellis podcast. Do you have a phone? If you're listening and you have a phone, smartphone, phones, you might want to check this out, because do you want your phone to look like a dog? Do you want crappy phone chargers? You know what I hate? When I'm in a hurry and my phone goes flat and my car charger doesn't work, and then I buy one at the gas station and then it doesn't work after like 2 weeks. That really pisses me off.
But Jason, I've got a new iPhone 13 and an Apple Watch. Surely Nomad does not have products for a guy like me.
I'm glad you brought that up, Michael, because yes, indeed they do. They've got everything. They got very fashionable, all different kinds of colors. And I've been using it for a while now. They last. I'm a guy that is rough with his equipment. And usually when I buy a phone case, it has a timer on it where it starts to just, pieces of rubber come off it or whatever, but it's holding up. Phone charger's holding up. It's a classy look. When people come to my house and they see my phone charger in the kitchen, I can tell they know I'm sophisticated.
Yeah, then you get a little respect. Nothing's going to come flying off of this computer charger right here. You know what you're looking at right here? You're looking at Kevlar. You should not try to deflect bullets with your computer charger. I'm just saying, with Nomad, you could.
You could get a Nomad phone cover suit, and then you would be
invincible.
And you could kill everybody.
Immortal. You'll be the Highlander.
Check out Nomad at nomadgoods.com/Ellis to see what living the Nomad life's all about. That's NOMADGOODS.com/Ellis.
We're talking to you today about ExpressVPN. What are we talking about? Let me tell you. When you went to pick out your internet service provider, your ISP, did you have a multitude of choices to choose from? I didn't. I looked up who I could get internet from in my neighborhood. Turns out one company. That's a monopoly. You know what companies do when they have that kind of power? They abuse it. There's a very good chance your ISP is mining your data, invading your privacy. They are making money off of invading your life.
Are they looking at my nudes?
Absolutely, positively.
Nice.
They could draw a police sketch of your penis.
I would like that. I would frame that.
For those of us who don't want our ISP to be drawing pictures of our penis, there's ExpressVPN. You can encrypt your network data, tunnel it through a secure VPN server. Your ISP can't see any of your activity. Best of all this happens without slowing down your connection.
So stop handing over your personal data to ISPs and other tech giants who mine your activity and sell off your information. Man, that is some bologna sandwiches. Protect yourself from the VPN I trust to keep me private online. Visit expressvpn.com/Ellis. That's Express, spell it EXPRESSVPN.com/Ellis to get your 3 extra months free. Dang. Go to expressvpn.com/Ellis right now to learn more. Yay.
I've heard about drinking the piss.
And then I found out that it doesn't do anything. And I was like, I'm glad, because I said to myself after that first cup in the morning,
yeah,
I don't think I could make this a regular thing. Seems too painful to swallow.
Well, quick tangent before I continue with the placenta, because I've heard that actually too from like Thai aunties. Actually, like one of my mom's friends
Drink your piss
was all about drinking her own piss, right? But
she told you that.
I heard through the old Asian people grapevine.
Probably best that it goes through the grapevine. Really.
And she said, you got to get rid of the first few squirts is like you don't drink that because you're clearing stuff out.
Yeah, that's what I drank.
Yeah, so you let that go, and then the stream that comes after that, drink that.
Oh, you're back in the game.
Yeah, no, I just got to piss a little bit first, then piss.
I don't know. It almost seems like the shit that falls out of our body falls out of our body for a reason.
Yeah, makes sense. So the placenta.
Yes.
So I was like, look, man. I also have this theory that if you eat shit that other people don't, it'll make you like a more powerful person. You know what I'm saying? So when I like to go to menus and find the weirdest thing on the menu, you know, and I'm like, not a lot of people, like everyone's eating chicken and pork and beef, but I'm like, you know, and I saw there's like an Italian restaurant in LA that I really like, and they had like a cow brain, like
You eat brains?
Yeah, I had some brains.
How are brains?
It was great.
Are you seriously telling the truth, or are you just saying that?
No, I swear. It was
like a liquefied goo?
It was in a ravioli.
Yeah, like testa?
Brain
No,
ravioli.
it was actually Osteria Mozza.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And so I just have this thing. I like to eat weird shit, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay. I asked my wife first. I'm like, yo, you want to go halfers on this placenta? And she was like, no, I will pass, right? So a lot of women will get their placentas encapsulated. So it's like you can pop them.
Oh, that's cheating.
I know. So I'm like, all right, babe, you want to look, if you want to do this, let's encapsulate half, and then you can take the pills, and I'm gonna grill this motherfucker up, right? And she was like, okay, I'll think about it. So a lady actually DM'd me on Instagram when she saw that that we were having a baby, and she was like, hey, if you're interested in this, I do this. I'll take the placenta from the hospital, I'll clean it the way it should be cleaned, and then I will encapsulate them for you. And I was like, okay, that's lit. Can you actually do half of it and save me the other half because I want to like grill it up? And she was like, cool. So
like what form? I'm picturing like some sort of disgusting pancake.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I thought you were just gonna eat it raw out of her snatch.
Nah.
That's like an
So
animal.
does it come? It comes out as a semi-solid mass.
Wow.
Like
I'm picturing a raw McRib, actually.
It's like a
flattened jellyfish.
no, it's like a veiny pancake.
Oh, it's got veins in it.
Well, not necessarily like veins, but like it's like a bloody livery pancake looking. It's how it looks like an organ.
Hey,
What
really
was the brain
selling
that
it.
talked on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Krang. Yeah.
So anyway, you put it in a pan.
It was like that, but less cute. So I got the half of it. I threw it in a pan with some butter and some garlic and onions, and I chopped it up and I put it in a quesadilla, and I ate it.
How was it? Honestly,
it wasn't bad. You know, I mean, it tasted like garlic and onions and liver and the texture of it is
McRib?
No.
Hey, which is better, McRib or placenta burrito?
You know what? It depends. Let me get the placenta with some of that McRib sauce and some onions and some pickles. Who knows, right? But have you ever had like a lengua taco, like the tongue?
Yeah.
It's like, that was like the texture of it. You know what I'm saying? And like kind of livery. Definitely tasted like you're eating an organ.
Did you get a lot of energy after? Did you feel the power?
All right, so here, check this out. It gave me a very specific superpower for like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, every time I chopped onions, I didn't cry. and that was it.
Worth it.
I think so.
How often do you chop onions in your life?
You know, we get the HelloFresh boxes, and it always comes with some onions to chop up.
Yeah.
So probably like every other day. And it was one day, because usually that shit really hits me, and I get really teary.
Yeah.
And then one day, I was like, babe, yo.
So do you think that the placenta made you more manly or less remorseful for life?
Like I was just less emotional about chopping the onions.
You're not crying because you don't cry anymore. You're just like, fuck everything. I'm a placenta man.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I should have tried just watching like Lion King and then seeing what happened.
Oh man, that would have been the test. I still haven't watched that.
Ever?
Not the first one or the next or the other one that everyone tried to tell me to go. I don't care, stupid cartoon cat. Fuck you. Everybody, you got to watch it. I'm like, no.
It's really good.
No, you got to watch it if you're 9.
See?
No, Lion King holds up, bro.
If you first saw it when you were 9.
I heard that.
No, it's still really good.
But you also
I have
watch...
2 children. Don't tell me what children's movies are good.
You don't like Lion King as a grown
Not
man?
particularly. No.
Really?
I'm not saying I want to fight the Lion King. I'm just saying I don't want to watch it.
I'm kind of rooting
Kinda
for
like-
the uncle, to be honest.
I don't want to watch the...
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
I don't want to watch The Passion or Lion King.
Like,
Passion of the
Up
Christ?
Yeah. Those two are like neck and neck with I'm not watching it.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything with Kevin Spacey in it. Shit like that, you know?
So you came of age in Long Beach in the 90s. What was it like being a Thai rapper during the height of Snoop Dogg?
I lived in Long Beach till I was 10. So like it wasn't a good part of Long Beach, but I wasn't like really out and about. You know what I'm saying? I was 10. And then we moved to the city of Paramount, which is in between like Long Beach and Compton, which is, you know, it's still like wasn't like the best area, but and I was also, you know, one of the only Asian kids in my high school, but you know, I had a good time. People like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm adorable. I didn't have a hard time. It was cool. You know?
He is pretty likable. I'm serious. You don't seem like a guy, like if I got beef with you, it's my problem.
Yeah, you know what? You know, it happens. I'm just kind of like, I'm cool.
Would you like a refreshment while you're here on the Jason Ellis Show?
Sure. I mean, what else? Oh, yeah, sure.
I have a refreshment lady who brings refreshments
Okay, yeah.
and
A lot of our
refreshes.
guests get thirsty.
Yeah.
I'm always down. I stay thirsty. Thank you so much.
She's a very nice
I'll
lady,
take it. Hey, thank you.
giving us some liquid death.
Liquid death.
Hot chicks and water is what we do.
The
here.
coolest looking carbonated water you can drink. Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's beer. I gave one
Right.
to
Mine
a
was
man
too.
yesterday. And
My favorite thing to do is to pound one while I'm on the streets next to a cop car because I want them to like go. Does he have the audacity to drink a beer right next to me?
Right.
I'm like, please pull me over so you can sip my bubble water.
then I start swerving.
Yeah. So ballsy. Just swerve in front of him and pour a little bit of liquid death. Ugh.
As a little kid, I used to like to buy the little apple cider, the Martinellis, and they used to come in the like little apple cider bottles, and it looked like beer. And then dudes would always be looking at me crazy on the street.
But
but
never
I was.
tested.
Nah, they wouldn't test me, bro. I'm from Long Beach.
Do you ever get in fights from being in battle raps and being a smart ass at every like? Because I see every now and then people throw shit at you, throw back. Does every now and then anyone ever crack?
Oh yeah, on Wildin' Out? Nah, no one ever got mad. You know, I'm not like I was never like in like the whole battle rap scene. On Wildin' Out, it's very like, you know, it's packaged. You know, it's like we're all there. We know what we're doing. I know they're coming at me like I'm the Asian dude. They're gonna give me the Asian jokes. It's like, and if you're the fat dude on stage, you're gonna get the fat jokes. And you know, our white girl Justina, she would get all the, you know, you ain't got no ass jokes. And you know, it just kind of it comes with the territory. We get out there, we crack jokes, and at the end of the day, we all have a good time.
What about not on Wildin' Out?
You know, nah, I got no beef.
Have you ever? Because I would assume you've had many rap battles that weren't on Wildin' Out. Like you like that shit, right? You practice. That's why you're so good at it.
You know, I mean, maybe in high school.
Oh, okay.
In high school, when kids would find out, when the kids were like, "Yo, he heard you rap," it was always a kid that wanted to like challenge you, like, "Yo, he wants to battle you at lunchtime or whatever," you know.
What about certain jokes for Nick Cannon? Is there like a thing where you can't go too far on him? Like, were you told not to look at him eye to eye? Like
No.
Prince, who's it? What's his?
Just so you know, nothing rhymes with Mariah.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, because you could not do that on there. No fucking way, right? Or
Well,
could you?
here's the thing. Thank you for this, by the way. This is refreshing. Thank you. There were, after a few seasons, because we were on, it was like if you had nothing to say, it was always like say a Mariah joke to Nick, and the crowd would always go crazy, right?
Yeah, okay.
And I think I was on Wild 'N Out for 8 seasons, and I think by like my 5th one, they were like, "All right, guys, look, no more Mariah jokes this year, okay?" Nick was like, "All right, look, man, this shit's played out. No more Mariah jokes," and we were like, "Okay, cool." And for the most of that, but everything else was free. Free. You could do whatever, say whatever.
Yeah.
I think the only guest one time that ever came on, the first time Rick Ross was on, like the producers were like, "Hey, no fat jokes," and everyone was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
what?
come on, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah, but then then Nick did a fat joke because like Nick he's allowed to do whatever he wants,
Yeah.
And I think maybe Rick Ross was just nervous that first time because when he came back the second time, they were like, "All right, Rick Ross, like, is there anything we got to hold back anything?" He was like, "Nah, go crazy." We're like, "Oh, okay." I think he understands more. It's like, hey, we're all just having a good time.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Weird to know that he had one thing not to, because I would be worried when anyone ever tells me, before when I used to do radio at Sirius XM, every now and then someone would be like, we want you to interview this person, but don't say this one thing.
Yeah.
That would make that so much harder to do now. Even though I probably didn't even know that I wasn't going to ask that anyway, but now
Yeah.
you're telling me that I got to not say one thing. I'm so close to saying it the whole time now because you told me not to.
It's like that red button that you
I
can't
interviewed
push.
LL Cool J once, and the boss told me, "Hey, man, just so you know, all the bosses are going to be listening." And I said, "What does that mean?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's what I'm saying. Take that and do what you want with it."
Okay.
And I'm like, "It sounds pretty serious."
Yeah.
And then he left, and I was like, "Fuck!" And then the whole time before he called in, I was like, "Fuck!" And then he fucking talked shit on me.
Okay.
He started shit, and I was like, my bosses are listening, and I know that I'm like supposed to be like real easy on this guy.
Yeah.
But he's telling me to get his nuts get these balls over and over again. I can't
50 times.
Really?
I can't defend myself. Yeah, because I said at the start, I was like, "You're kind of like the hip hop Prince."
Yeah.
And he turned that into, "Nah, man, you wear arseless chaps."
What?
And I was
and I was like,
And I was like, "You fucking idiot." I was saying you're fucking like one of the greatest hip hop guys ever. Prince is the best.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're
Well,
like
I think
him.
it was even more specific than that. It was that he had just gotten out of, he signed some horrendous like early days hip hop record deal.
Yeah, that's why I
he
said
signed
it.
the 10 record deal. So all that time that he was selling all those records, he wasn't getting the money.
Right.
So this was
And he finally got out
his
of it.
11th album. So
Like
you're like,
Prince.
"Oh, you're Prince. You're free from the label."
oh God.
Yeah. And he just was like, "Nah, arseless chaps, get these balls."
Wow.
And I was like, "I don't know what's happening, Mr. Cool J." Like still trying to be cool.
yeah.
And then I think in the end, I kind of poked a little bit because it was out of control.
So he wasn't even being funny. He was like
I
serious.
couldn't. I think at first he might have been, and then I think I said something about in movie, like his head and how weird he looks with no hair, and
Yeah.
I can tell that bald was a real hard hit for him. And I think we had a little bit of back and forth, and then I could tell he was surfing the internet on my name because he goes, "Oh, you're a fighter," and I was like, "Yeah, if I'd beat you,
Mm.
So little pokes, but never anything. I really just got chewed up, and everyone was like, "Best interview ever," and I'm like,
Hilarious.
I didn't do it. I just accidentally pissed this dude off.
Well,
I don't know,
LL,
it was
come
good.
on my podcast, bro. I won't call you Prince. Pull up to No Chaser podcast.
To LL, you're
Yeah,
saying?
I'm talking to
That's
LL,
a good
yeah.
idea. Yeah. I was going to say, if you're interviewing me, I'll definitely show up with arseless chaps. That's kind of my favorite pants.
Oh yeah, you should come on the podcast,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
You have arseless pants on, I noticed. What are those called that make your butt come out, but you still have pants on? It's called a big butt.
I've got a big butt.
Can I see that? I just said that.
I
Sure, no, go ahead.
was so
your
close
balance.
to wearing
Wow.
this outfit today. I'm so glad I didn't.
Wow. That's great. Glad I said that. Sorry.
Thank you for that. Yeah,
I'm
yeah. No.
apologizing and also thanking you at
Yeah.
the same time. It's very confusing.
Are you guys from the same city in Australia.
You guys' parents know each other.
Yeah. Well, my dad was the singer of AC/DC, and her dad was the singer of fucking
Silverchair?
Silverchair. Yeah,
You know what I love about Australia?
Silverchair is her dad.
We're talking to you today about ShipStation. If you're going to be shipping stuff from your small business, from your home or office, ShipStation, it's everywhere you want to be. It's the only place you want to be. You get this great idea. You got this product. You have built a better mousetrap. And then you got to get the thing made. And you do it. And you have it in your hands. And it's great. And you got to get online. And you got to get people to buy it. And then I go, whoa, that thing is so awesome. I need like 10 of those. And then you go, oh my God, you're looking at all these interfaces and buttons and questions. And what kind of shipping? And how much does it weigh? And you realize now you're in over your head. This is actually the hard part, or at least it was until ShipStation came along to make the hard part of selling stuff online the easy part.
Ship more in less time. Just use the offer code Ellis to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in Ellis. That's ShipStation.com into the offer code Ellis. Hey, everybody, make ship happen.
We're talking to you today once again about GoodRx. Have you had this experience? Who has not had this experience? You go to the doctor, you get a prescription, and then you go to the counter at your local pharmacy, and you literally have no idea what they could go, that'll be $8, or they could go, that'll be $357.
Yeah.
You have no idea. And what do? You just take it. They have the drugs. They're the only game in town. You just give them the money. Did you know it doesn't have to be that way? Did you know prescription prices can vary between pharmacies by as much as $100? I'm not exaggerating. That was news to me.
Can I cuss in this ad?
I don't know. Probably not.
It's baloney.
It is hot, wet baloney.
Wow, there you
Yes.
go. That's almost as bad as what I was going to say. Good
Yes.
for you.
I'm sorry. I'm getting fired up about this.
Hot and wet.
Checking GoodRx is free and easy. It only takes you a few seconds to find discounts. They can save you on discount drugs. Hear me out here, folks. Up to 80%.
That's huge, Michael.
That's the opposite of hot, wet baloney. That's what that is.
So for simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check GoodRx. Go to goodrx.com/Ellis. That's goodrx.com/Ellis. goodrx.com/Ellis. GoodRx is not insurance, but it can be used instead of insurance. In 2020, GoodRx users saved an average of 79% off their retail prices.
Bro, one of my favorite things about Australia is how y'all love saying cunt so much.
Yeah, my friend in my phone, his name is Sick Cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake Brown, greatest skateboarder ever lived.
Dude, I try to tell people that, and like people are like, no way. I'm like, bro, every time I'm in Australia, it's like, oh, you're such a sick cunt. You're such a sick cunt. And I'm like, oh man, this is great.
Dude, one time I took mushrooms at a party and there was this fire pit and everybody was around the fire pit, and then people started to leave because it was getting late, and I was just playing with the sand with my hand and I had a hoodie on, and then a group of people started talking about Australians and how disgusting they are, and they're third world people and all they ever do is say cunt. And I'm tripping and boiling at the same time. I'm slowly boiling more and more, and my
Undercover bogan.
I can't believe these guys are doing that. And the worst part was there was 3 girls that were listening, and the whole time this one guy would say more information about how fucked up we are.
Yeah.
They'd go, "Oh my God, is it really true? Ew, they're so disgusting." And I am not, hey, cunt, I am not fucking disgusting. But in the end, a snowboarder guy that's a friend of mine, he sat down and he goes, yeah, they're pretty crazy, you know. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm sitting right next to you. You're my fucking friend. What do you mean we're all cunts? And then he turns around, he goes, "Oh, Alice, I didn't see you there." And I was like, "Nah, you fucking didn't, did you, cunt?"
Surprise, cunt.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck you. I did a whole,
You fulfilled the stereotype.
Yeah, I did not do us proud at all. I didn't call any of the
Attacked him all
girls
with the gigantic knife he keeps in his pocket.
Hey, call that a knife?
Don't make me use my snake.
I pulled a snake out of my pocket and made it bite them all. Yeah. No, but
Smeared Marmite on his victims.
I had to tell everybody that they're pieces of shit. And then I had to go to my tent and I was still tripping. So my wife was asleep. So I just get in the tent and sit there by myself in the dark, analyzing that people think I suck because I'm Australian.
Damn.
And I was like, wow, I just got fucking profiled. That's crazy. I'm discriminated. I never thought that would happen.
They weren't cultured, bro.
Yeah.
I love the people in Australia. I always have a good time out there.
Yeah, fuck those guys. I'm gross, but I know tons of Australians that are super awesome. Not even gross. I know people. My stepmom's never said cunt.
You don't think?
Okay, she probably said it,
Even
but
when
I've
she-
never
even when
heard.
she stubs her toe.
No. She's
Right.
not.
That's
and
control.
She
No,
was married to somebody that said cunt all the time, but I've heard her say fuck because it makes sense to her, but cunt is not in her vocabulary.
It occurred to me recently. I don't think my dad has ever said, or my mom for that matter, has ever said fuck once in their entire life. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I usually say it before breakfast.
It's pretty handy.
Not even when you're not around, you don't think they've ever said
No, I
fuck.
don't. I could be wrong, but I would bet my life savings that they have never ever
Yeah,
said
because
that
at
word.
this point, I don't think a fuck is something they have to worry about telling you. You know,
No, they could let it fly.
you've heard it.
I
I'm
let
pretty
it
sure
fly
they know.
at this point accidentally, but it's happened.
Did they-
I've had like 5 accidents in front of my 9-year-old. I think I would know if my parents
Do
said
they
fuck.
check you if you say
Yeah.
fuck in front of your parents? Do your parents go, really, Michael?
One time, I asked my dad what he would do in a given situation, hypothetically, and said, "Would you just say?" We were kind of having a disagreement, and I said, "Would you just say fuck it?" And he goes, "Well, I would never say that, so no, I wouldn't say
Okay.
that."
But
And
he's
I
super
actually-
religious, right? That's all it is.
My dad kind of learned more like urban cussing, I guess, from watching my videos and like slang cussing.
Wow.
Because he would always be like, when I was younger, it might be like a shit here and there. But like as, he watched more of my videos, now like every once in a while he'd be like, oh, your mom, oh my, O-M effing G. Like he'll say shit like that. O-M effing G. Like, oh, your mom is being a biatch.
Oh.
Like shit like that. You know what I'm
You
saying?
taught your dad to curse.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, he taught me, how to like, walk and talk and shit, and I taught him how to curse. Pretty
It's a
cool.
fair trade.
Did I see that you paid off your parents' home?
Yeah. A few years ago, that
Wow.
definitely highlight of like my
Of your life.
my life.
It's got to feel good, right?
Feels great. Always something I told them I was gonna do, and like,
Oh, you did?
yeah.
Were
Especially
your parents poor?
we didn't have a lot of money growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like even before the restaurant, we were just in like a tiny apartment in Long Beach, and then once we opened the restaurant, it was still like money was better, but it wasn't great. Like restaurants are really like hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always told them like, I know this is weird of me trying to do this entertainment shit, but like I promise you it'll pay off one day. I know this is like, me going to shoot like fucking videos with my friends till 2 a.m. seems like it's not lucrative, but I'm like, hey man, just trust me, it's gonna work out. I'm gonna pay off the house. And they were always like supportive of me. Always went to like school plays and shit like that, and we're always very like in my corner with everything. I think especially in terms of Asian parents, like where it's like traditionally and stereotypically they want you to stay in school, be a doctor. It's like they were always mad supportive of me. So like, I just wanted to pay him back.
Well, just judging by your work, it's a creative spark that is a big like fiery flame in you, and I feel like unless you're a complete moron of a parent, you can tell
Right.
that this kid is fucking on something. Like I've got kids. If my son was like, I'm gonna do the videos. You trust? I'm going here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'd be like, fucking get it, dude. Go get it, because I can tell you're on fire.
Hell yeah.
That's. I had the same thing with skateboarding with my parents. That wasn't even a job when I said I was going to be a pro skateboarder.
Mhm.
But they could tell that it was like he's finally into something that isn't bad.
Mhm.
Like he's into something positive with all his heart. So
Mhm.
go ahead and try it.
Now, YouTube wasn't a job when you started YouTube. People forget that. For the
Yeah.
longest time, that was a joke. I remember South Park doing a whole episode about everybody in a viral video waiting for their paycheck. And the
Oh,
joke
yeah.
was, it's not fucking coming. You don't make money on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, when I started on YouTube, it was so early. There was literally there was no monetization.
Yeah,
there was
right.
no ads. There was nothing. You know what I'm saying? I remember my first brand deal was like for $500. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I made it!" You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And eventually, It just got to a point where you were able to monetize, and it was like little shit. I think my first check was like for $1,000, and I was like, okay, this is going somewhere, And I never really ever had a video that went viral, and I think I'm kind of grateful for that, like because I never got known for that one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've just kind of been consistently uploading and doing my shit for the past like 15 years.
What is your most successful YouTube video show?
So when I was doing sketches and stuff, and like, a couple like little parodies here and there, one of the first things that really ever got me recognized when I was walking around, when I was still in school before I dropped out, I did, that song American Boy by Estelle and Kanye West? You ain't my American boy, that song? It doesn't matter. So I did.
We're huge Kanye fans. Can you tell?
So I did a parody of that, but it was like, I can be your first Asian boy. And it was about white girls should date Asian guys. And I was kind of like, it was funny, but it was also like bars. Like I was really like rapping this shit.
Yeah.
So it was catchy. It was funny. And it was the first one that like really kind of got spread around in different blog sites. And people were like recognizing me. Oh, like, yo, the Asian boy YouTube shit, And yeah.
So what makes you transition from doing that into, I'm going to do an eating show?
Man, well, you know what? Like you said, right? My family had a Thai food restaurant for 20 years. And my mom, I've always loved food, even when we were broke. Like I always, even when I would watch like fucking the Food Network and there was all this food like I never heard of or couldn't afford. Like once I actually got some money, I was like, I want to eat all this shit.
Yeah.
So I just kind of felt like there was a whole generation of foodies that there wasn't any programming for. Like, diners, drive-ins, and dives is great, but I don't think there's necessarily a show for the demographic of like a young foodie that doesn't necessarily know all the technical terms. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but
it isn't hosted by a guy with frosted tips and backward sunglasses.
I mean, hey, shout out to Guy Fieri, but just, I was like, my generation needs some food shows, So I started doing Send Foods with my comedian foodie homie David So, and then that got picked up, and we were able to travel and eat and talk shit and get drunk and stuff. It was great. Yeah.
Best job ever.
Oh, the best. And then the pandemic happened, and we couldn't shoot it anymore.
But what about now? Are you talking about going back out there?
Yeah, I mean, the company, I sold this to Thrillist a few years ago. Thrillist is, they kind of slacking right now in terms of picking up production again, but I'm just going back to my YouTube shit and shooting my own stuff until things pick up again. And, now that the world's opening up, just getting out there.
What's the thing that is the most successful business that you have right now?
I mean, you know what? Honestly, it's like the YouTube shit is still consistent.
Yeah.
It's like I've had to switch gears over the years. Like the podcast does decent enough, right? Because like when I started, I was doing all just like sketches and parodies, and I was like cranking out like these sketches every week. And YouTube didn't really it's not really a place for sketches like that anymore. No one really cares, and like my audience kind of grew up with me. So
is
now
that word of mouth? Sorry to interrupt. But is that word of mouth, or do you get the vibe that what you were doing is no longer popular? Like, how do you figure out? Because you just said that doesn't work anymore.
Well, yeah.
How did you know?
It's kind of weird. It's just kind of like you peep the scene a bit, right? Because when I was doing my thing, everybody was doing sketches on YouTube, and then it kind of became a thing where it like fizzled out, and it always kind of moves in waves.
Yeah.
And now every motherfucker that I came up with on YouTube has a podcast, and now we're all just kind of like, hey man, you want to be on my podcast? I'll do your podcast. And it's kind of like, I think the demo for the OGs in the space has grown up, and they're like, we don't really care about these 2-minute like comedy sketches anymore. We're driving to work. We're driving our kids to school. We want to listen to you just talk about bullshit,
So it's kind of like if you made a name for yourself now, podcasting is so hot that the switch from whatever it is that you've created a name for yourself into a podcast, that's kind of your fans are like, oh, thank you, because that's how I like to consume people now.
Yeah, it's just kind of been like a natural progression, where I felt like these teens that were watching me 15 years ago, they're all fucking late 20s, 30s now. They got shit to do.
Yeah.
And it's like they'd rather just, I'm on my lunch break at work, let me put this on,
Being somebody that can tell what's moving, what's coming along, do you see the next thing? Like, do you see podcasting fading away? To me, as a professional broadcaster, and I feel weird saying that, but listening to a lot of people in podcasting, I am. Because a lot of people, it seems like, oh, podcasting, I'll do a podcast.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, actual, like what you're doing is shit.
Yeah.
You're shit at your job. But I can tell you've got all these other things, and this is just a thing that, because I feel like it's so hot right now that you don't even have to have the ability to talk in a microphone and be entertaining.
I mean, that's what people think, right?
It just seems like everyone's giving it a go now, and I think that it's so acceptable thanks to Howard Stern, who I think created the whole I'm just going to tell you exactly what I'm thinking, not any scripted shit. And then the Joe Rogans of the world where I'm just going to talk and tell you what's on my mind. And it's real, which means other people that are real with no broadcasting ability go, oh, I could tell you a story about my day. And they don't know that, your day, maybe your day sucks, it's boring, or you don't know how to tell the tale to make your boring story exciting.
Yeah, every group of like 2 or 3 friends that like laughs and tells stories to each other, they're immediately like, oh, we got to start a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people, like it seems easy. And I mean, I think when you, when you're good at just actually, I mean, people don't realize the difference between like talking to your friends and actually like talking and like keeping the conversation going and like actually having like an engaging conversation.
Trying to find the best of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just getting through it. Like, what's the best thing? What's the weirdest thing? What's the most entertaining thing? What's the scariest thing? But not, hey man, I wrote down, what's the scariest thing you've ever done? What's this? It's got to be what you feel is going to come out, and you've got to steer it that way. It's like a skill for sure.
Yeah. Hey, you're killing it, bro.
So are you.
Did I see that you're also at least dabbling in the mukbang phenomenon?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yo, so you know how people just like eat on YouTube and then like gets millions of views? Like literally just eating on camera?
Yeah.
And I thought it was the weirdest shit.
It is.
It's pretty fucking weird, right? But like to this day, some of my most successful videos.
Does that when that happens, does that make you think less of the people who consume your shit? Make you think actually they're just a bunch of idiots?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? So I learned a long time ago, it's like, I'm not gonna judge people for what they like. It's like you can be mad at someone with a trash song getting popular, but it's like, hey man, everything has an audience, right?
Insane Clown Posse.
Sure.
That was my first learning lesson where I was like, you fucking suck so fucking hard, it blows my mind. Making millions. Everybody loves it. And they all come out and watch him. Shut up, Jason. They did it.
They did it.
And
that's what they were trying to do. If it's not your style, suck a butt.
There's a lot
Still
of trash
very
songs.
Successful.
There's a million bad people on YouTube, and if somebody has, a one-hit wonder, whether it's a viral video or a song, maybe that was dumb luck. But if you can do it where people stick with you for weeks, months, years, even if it's the stupidest shit ever,
magnets. How do they work?
How do they work? I know.
I rest my case.
Yeah, man. And so the mukbang shit. So I was like, because I was doing food content. And people were like, yo, Tim, you should do mukbang. You're so, like, we love to watch you eat. And I was like, man, this shit's weird. Like, honestly, like, as a fucking person who kind of prides myself in being creative and, like, and making quality shit, I was like, I don't want to just eat on camera for an hour. Like, this is weird, right? And then I did one. And for me, it's less about, because, some people literally just eat. Like, they don't talk. It's like, it's all about like the ASMR of the eating noises and the it's
kind of like
I would watch
horny
Aubrey
for some
suck on a
people.
lollipop.
It's a little horny.
Isn't it? Like some people
And
get
it's the
into
lollipop sucking.
That's a cool video.
This would get millions of views, right?
Yeah, it's getting one right now.
So I'm like, I started doing it and the shit did so well. I mean, mine are more about the conversation. And what people were telling me is that, like, what I do when you put out a mukbang is I will, on my lunch break, when I have an hour and I'm eating by myself, I'll put it on and it's like I have company and I'm eating with somebody.
Man, that is so, I get it, but also, what the fuck?
Yeah. I've never watched a whole, I've never watched one, but I do them. You know what I'm saying?
You don't watch your own work to see how good it looks
when I have to watch mine, it's like, ugh, I hate it. Like,
do you edit it?
I edit just to cut out if there's like a lull in the combo and it's just us chewing for like a minute. Then I'm like, let me get this bullshit out of here because that's not what mine are.
Okay.
But I'm like, I hate it. But
my first exposure to it, I was dating this girl that told me about it, and I was like, that can't be a real thing. And she pulled up this girl who it looked like one of those aluminum trash cans that like they beat people with in the WWE. She like took the lid of one of them, turned it upside down, and filled it with spices. And took a big spoon and ate the entire thing with a spoon, just casually. And it's this long ass video of her eating an entire lid filled with like an inch deep of spice. And she just ate this fucking thing.
That's not what I do. No.
Remember that guy that ate a car?
I can't say that I recall that.
It was before YouTube, but a guy ate a car, or maybe it was the engine or something, but he ate like a whole bunch of metal. He like took it apart and ate it.
There's a dude that
I would watch that.
would just eat shit like that. I know who you're talking about.
Eh?
Oh, I don't know his name, but there was a dude that was just like, oh, I'm gonna break this glass bottle apart and eat
Yeah,
it.
glass eating guys too. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty weird.
Did you ever see the guy put a jar in his butt and then the jar
It
explodes?
breaks, yeah.
Yeah. That's a great video.
Yeah, the
too.
glass jar, yeah. I always cut out before it actually breaks, though. I couldn't watch that whole thing.
It turns out that guy, I don't know if it's true or not because it's the internet, but apparently that guy has done that more than once, and that's kind of a thing that he gets off on.
What?
Yeah, that he puts a glass so big in his butt that it breaks and cuts his butt.
And then he
then
collabs
goes-
with glass eating guy.
He gets all horny and goes to the doctor and goes, "Ooh, stitch my hole," you know?
I think you missed a couple shards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He likes shards in his ass.
Wow.
Yeah. Each to their own, you know?
Glad
I
he's
guess
doing it for
so.
the love.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I mean, you eat McRib.
Yeah, I make ribs, which punishes my asshole in a different way, you know?
Is it a punishing meal?
No, it's great.
Right. Because you seem like a guy that eats a lot of fast food, so I don't see how it would
I don't
interrupt your body at all.
I don't do it a lot, but I do cherish it on occasion. Yeah.
Luckily, the McRib is seasonal.
Why did you have more than one meal of Wendy's before you came here? Or did you order more for me to like
No,
bond, or what was that?
I was ordering, so we ran actually. So I ordered Wendy's breakfast this morning for me and wifey because we ran out of eggs,
Oh.
and I ordered my Postmate order, and I accidentally ordered an extra Wendy's breakfast sandwich.
Right.
And I was like, let's see who wants it at the
Right.
podcast.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Appreciate the generous.
If you guys want it, it's in the car chilling. Let me know.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Kevin, you eat shit, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right.
I do.
Would you eat a Wendy's breakfast sandwich?
If I had to, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
out of all the shit that I eat, I'm not necessarily a big fast food guy.
I used to know a guy who kept spare fast food burgers in his glove compartment.
Wow.
Wait. Old
Like,
ones?
He used to get burgers at AM PM,
Mm-hmm.
which is the convenience
That's already
store.
been there for way too long.
The convenience, for people who don't know, the convenience store that's inside a gas station.
Yeah. So they're built to last.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're built to do something.
And he would like buy 6 and eat 2, and then if he gave you a ride, he'd go. I remember he had a Slash sticker from Guns N' Roses on his glove compartment, and he'd always ask you if you wanted a burger when you got in his car, and
But-
if you happened to say yes, he'd open the glove.
How long
compartment.
would they be in there though?
I drove cross country with this guy, and the trunk of the car got robbed in New York the night before we left, and the only thing that was in it was his clothes, and we were in a stage in our life where that didn't mean you necessarily went and bought more, so I lent him a pair of boxers,
Okay.
and he tried to give them back to me at the end of America because he'd been wearing them the entire time.
He didn't want them back.
I'm guessing the burgers could be in his glove compartment for any length of
God.
time.
And he was like,
Oh.
"Thank God they didn't take my burgers from the glove compartment."
Not without my burgers.
Yeah, it sounds like you carpooled with Wimpy from Popeye.
So Selena, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm a fan. Yeah.
Why are you busting his balls for Selena?
I never quite understood like the enduring.
No.
Were you a huge fan when she was
No,
when she's alive?
The movie made me a fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I watched the movie, when I was younger. Like, I wasn't like a Selena fan when Selena was popping, but yeah, the movie put me onto the music, and then
Wait, Selena died?
I hate
The
for you
sick-
I hate for you to find out this way. Yes.
yeah,
Oh no.
yeah,
I was just
Yeah.
starting to get into her.
yeah.
Wait, Spanish lady, right?
Mexican, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
singer from Houston.
So she was really big in like the Mexican American
In the
community
80s, yeah?
or 90s.
I want to say 90s.
and she was
Yeah.
just starting to maybe potentially cross over to a mainstream an English
She
speaking
died in
audience.
a bus accident.
no,
get
she got
murdered?
shot by like a woman that was like really close to her family, like a nanny or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did she do to the nanny to deserve that?
Dude, it's a whole thing that I don't
She
know
was like
exactly.
obsessed with her, right?
Yeah,
I think she was like
something
an
that.
obsessed
Oh no,
kind of
super fan.
stalkerish.
Do you have any super fans that say they want to kill you or anything?
No one that wants to kill me. You get a
What
lot
about
of like or eating a lot of consistent hate comments, and then you find out that those are actually from like your biggest fans.
What is the common hate for you, Tim?
I mean, you know what? It's just a bunch. It's just like random shit talking. You get a lot of people that like, oh, he thinks he's so cool.
Oh,
or
okay.
like, oh,
That's not a bad diss.
nah, or you know, it's like, oh, he's such a wannabe.
Want to
And
be
then,
what?
like, he thinks he's a thug. He thinks he's a gangster. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Or he thinks.
Why would they say they think you're a gangster? You don't come across like that.
I mean, like back in the day when I was first putting up videos, I think people were so not used to seeing an Asian dude just kind of, you know,
Really?
like I literally just being like a backwards hat, just talking, and they'd be like, this fool thinks he's a
Okay.
gangster.
Well, you
Okay.
had the performing name too, right? The stage name.
Oh yeah, Timothy De La Ghetto, which was like oh yeah. So like my old stage name was Timothy De La Ghetto, and De La Ghetto is actually from an old episode of The Fresh Prince. But it was a lot of people who were like, oh, he why is he claiming the ghetto? This and this and
okay.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And there's one specifically this dude in who was like always leaving hate comments on all my videos, right?
Yeah.
It was always talking some type of shit. Like
He's a huge fan.
and then one, like, let's say his name was like, I don't know, his name was like Liquid Death 89, right?
Yeah.
And then I got to a point where if I didn't see a hate comment from Liquid Death 89, I'm like, yo, where'd he go? What's wrong?
Need a wellness
Is
check?
he okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one day I was doing a meet and greet in Vancouver at a club. And this dude comes up to me and he's like, hey, bro, it's me. It's Liquid Death 89. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm actually a huge fan, bro. I just like talking shit. I was like, oh, God. And he's like, can we take a picture? I was like, sure. And then I pushed him into a elevator shaft. Nah.
And he died?
And he
Awesome.
died. Yeah.
Remember
killed
that,
me.
people. Don't fuck with this guy,
Yeah,
all right?
fucking push you down.
It is weird to know that
You're straight to the core.
somebody
You've
really
always said
likes
that.
you to tell you that you suck constantly. It's a weird, confusing thing. And it's hard to switch up. I posted a photo the other day of some skateboard thing with Tony, and somebody said, garbage Smith grind, which is, I was doing a Smith grind.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a good Smith grind I was doing, first of all.
You probably wouldn't have posted it otherwise.
Yeah, and it's underneath Tony Hawk, so pretty, fuck you. But
Yeah.
instead, I just did the laughing emoji because I wanted to say, well, fuck you, man, like garbage. Fuck you, you don't even know how to do one.
Yeah.
And then his reply the next day was like, oh, you know, huge fan. And I'm like, you got so close to me
Right.
for just saying, go fuck yourself, dude. But he's just playing.
I try
Just
not
fun
to
to play.
get into that trap because it happens all the time when someone talks shit and then I fucking get up and I'm like, you motherfucker. Hey, I tell you, you know what? And I say some shit back and they're like, LOL, I just wanted to get a reaction. I love your shit. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it is tough. Do you answer to your fans a lot on social media?
If I'm pooping,
Okay, only then.
yeah. I'll do a lot of like, it's to a point where if I'm like just replying to a bunch of people, like the OG fans are like, oh, are you taking a shit right now, Tim? I'm like, yeah, you know me, bro.
That's a real conversation.
Yeah.
So, do you ever help people? Because I feel like a lot of people would ask you for help.
Like financially? Or?
No, just like you know, how do you do it? Like I feel like a lot of people ask me, you know, they're in a dark place, or how do you get, you know, how do you become successful, and you know, things like that. And sometimes they're legit questions,
Yeah.
which is why I answer them all, because I feel like you're in a position, if you can help somebody, you should definitely do that.
No, I agree.
But I also, unfortunately, feel like a lot of it is complete bullshit, and not. They're just trying. They're like, this guy talks back, so I'm just going to keep talking.
I think it depends, right? Like I said, it all really comes down to if it's like, if I'm pooping, man, and I catch one of those, I'll write a whole paragraph. You know,
You probably poop a lot because you eat McRibs, right?
I just kind of I poop a lot regardless. I'm
Right.
like a really regular dude.
Is that a
Yeah.
good thing to shit a lot?
I think so.
Right.
That's what I've
You
heard.
don't have roids or anything?
Nah, no roids. Just
Right.
real peaceful.
Do you
happy
drink a lot of
poops.
water?
Not as much as I should.
Do you drink soda?
No.
All right. You'll be all right.
Sorry, it's distracting. Our other guest is flexing her pecs.
Oh, shit.
Cool.
I thought that was going to be our next guest that was going to do that.
Maybe both of them will. We could have a flex off. All right. That's
Yeah.
making me not know what I'm talking about anymore, which means we should probably wrap it up. What is all this guy? You got to check this guy out, everybody.
If you want.
He's a fucking, yeah, okay. You don't have to. It's the other thing. It's not a mandate. Just it's there on YouTube if you want to enjoy. But
Sure.
many videos of all different kinds of he's a fucking hustler.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. And of course, your podcast.
Yeah, No Chaser Podcast, youtube.com/Timothy if you want to just watch all the things.
Yeah.
You're just /Timothy, huh?
Yeah, I had to write.
You were an early adopter.
I wrote a personal email for that.
Oh, wow.
Because I looked up and I was like, no one was using it.
Yeah.
So I just emailed somebody at YouTube. I was like, hey guys, can I have this? And they said, sure.
Wow.
Do you know people at YouTube?
I used to.
What happened? You broke up with them?
Nah, just times have changed.
They fired the people you knew?
Yeah, pretty much. People move on. I don't really have the contacts that I used to. But
Was it handy?
It was.
Could you get things done on YouTube? Be like, if somebody was like, fuck your video, flag it, could you call and be like, unflag that shit?
It would take a couple days, but yeah.
You had the power?
I got to go through like 3 different people now, but I can still
So
get
you
it.
can still do it.
If someone flagged my shit and I felt like it was inappropriate, I could like it was a not just flagging. Yeah. I could.
Because I would love that, man. I got flagged. Sometimes people come on the show. A girl was on that Hawk versus Wolf show and she took a huge slam on the Mega Ramp
Yeah.
and they flagged it for the slam.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a fucking skateboard slam.
Yeah.
How is that too far?
I mean, I got a lot of videos that definitely should have the green light for monetization, but they're in that yellow.
Is there
Why?
anything that stands out as like the most egregious flagging you got where you're like, how did this get flagged? This is so vanilla.
Man, I'm just used to it at this point. I don't even ask anymore. If my shit shows up in the yellow, I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. Next video, What can you do?
All right. Well,
I like your attitude.
nothing I can do about it. Note to self. Good stuff. Thanks for being on the show, dude.
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, yeah, thanks for driving down here. We appreciate it. And good luck with the rest of it. Doesn't seem like you need it, but nice work. Nice meeting you.
I'll always take some more luck, bro. Appreciate it. Hey, nice meeting you too. Thanks for having me, guys.
Well,
Aubrey, thank you for the.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
Aubrey.
you for the liquid death. Yeah, I appreciate it.
What's your Instagram? People want to check it out because that'd probably be the safest one. At Aubrey Black. All right, we're going to talk to Aubrey Black on the Patreon show. So if you want to check that out, patreon.com/Ellis, mate. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. Don't die.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwearwolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.
Big fat boy.